Teaching a stay. I like to teach a stay using a method called 300 peck. This is an excellent method for building up duration in any behaviour. Floyd here is clicker trained, so we will use a click to mark. You could easily use a verbal marker, such as yes or good. I get Floyd into a sit and count to 1 and then click and reward. I then count to 2 and click and reward, and then 3 and click and reward, and 4 and so on, and keep going until I get all the way up to 300. Now let's just say, for example, that I get to 76 and Floyd moves, meaning he gets up. He can move his head freely, or he can shift his weight from leg to leg, or he can look up to the sky at a bird, he can look down to the ground. That's okay, that's fine with me. So long as he doesn't get up or change his position into a down, for example. So say I get to the 76 and this happens, I will just go all the way back to 1 and start again. There is no wrong in 300 peck. What we're doing here is building up a huge reinforcement history of remaining in that position until a release is cued. We aim for 300, hence the name 300 peck. In stay, it is important to follow a certain, I would call it equation. We first of all work on duration. And once we have our duration, we then add distraction. Now when we add a distraction, we drop down our duration. And then we build the two up together. After we have duration and distractions, then we are ready to add distance. When adding distance, drop your duration and drop the distraction. Build up distance and then add distance to duration, and then introduce distance, duration and distractions. This ensures I have a solid behaviour. After you have that, you can then repeat for a different behaviour such as down stay or stand stay. Always remember though, there is no getting it wrong. If the dog doesn't understand what we're doing, we're moving too fast, or we've added distractions too quickly, or more importantly, we're doing it in an environment where the dog doesn't feel comfortable. So we always want to ensure that the dog is happy before we do any training. When we take it to different places, remember and go back and do the initial process first of 1 click, 2 click, 3 click. This sounds lengthy, but trust me, it is so worth it in the long run. As I say, this ensures a solid behaviour. A couple of times here you'll see Floyd moved. It's no biggie. We just carry on. It should always be fun. When using 300 peck, however, we do use a lot of food. So when I'm doing this here, this is actually how Floyd is getting his dinner. It's not that we're starving him into compliance, it's just that we're using our food wisely. I wouldn't like to give him this much food and then give him his dinner. So once we have all that together, make sure that we end a session on a positive. And I always like to end a session with a good old romp around and a good old play. So go out and try some 300 peck, have some fun. Thank you from the Lothlorien team.
That's fine.